Hello, hello, hello. I'm coming again live because this is what I want to do. What do you think of that? No, I do not have my grayish purple hair today. Anyway, in case you don't know me, I'm Nancy. That's what I got. And I am coming live because I simply want to, as the title says, upside to grieving. Who talks about the upside to grieving? I'm telling you what. Let me see here. Whoops. I'm turning you. I'm trying to get away from the glare. It's not working, but that's okay. See? Non-professional. That's what I am. I'm non-professional. Anyway, I am coming live. I want to talk about the upside of grieving. And the reason I want to talk about it is because I personally have just learned something new. And when I learn something new, I don't know if anybody knows, but I'm all about connecting the dots to life. And life is everything that exists. You know, we have our physicalness, this beautiful body. We also have our emotional mindset, which is the mind up here, and it keeps everything going. It connects the, I'm going to say, the energies that go inside of it. It connects the, what our brains are vibrating, and at the same time, how our bodies respond. That could be anxiety, happiness, whatever. There's no faking it. Your body actually does. Our bodies actually do talk to us. I'm not going to tell you what to do. Ever. I'm going to tell you what to do. And then we have, of course, the energies, because the energies keep us completely alive. Because if we didn't have energies, our hearts wouldn't be pounding. And if our hearts weren't pounding, then we wouldn't be alive. Much less imagine, how do all of our organs, I know I'm going off the subject, but how do all our organs work? Just because they do, we flip a switch like on a car, and they all go. No. Yes, we can shock people back into life, but that's only because somebody understood it's a vibration. It's like, jump starting a car. Hey, what a thought. Anyway, I personally wanted to talk about grieving. It's an awareness that just came to me, and people might know this. I don't care. I really came to realize the difference between grieving and depression. And I think a lot of it has been misunderstood within our society. And the reason I wanted to talk about grieving is because what's happening in our world right now. A lot of sicknesses, illnesses, deaths, losses in all different capacities, alive or not. That's the thing that, in my experience, has been neglected, is the concept that we can have a loss in our life and still have everybody alive. I hadn't thought about that. And there's been a lot of things that have happened in my life, like everybody else's, but I can only talk about me, that gets us to, that has gotten me to misunderstand the difference between depression and grieving. And I thought it would be I thought it would be a really good subject to have, not to do anything but uplift. That's why I said upside. And grieving is a natural process. We get to grieve when we have a loss. It's an energetic, what I realized today, it's an energetic disconnect, almost like we had a machine, visualize, we were plugged into the wall that was supplying us, or something that was supplying us with nourishment and emotional nourishment. And then all of a sudden, that's gone. It unplugs. And sometimes we're not ready for that to unplug, because it was just kind of thing. And it's kind of like trying to get a blender to work that's not plugged into the wall. It can't. Not the blender's gonna go through a grieving process because it's a machine. But I was thinking about it, and I went through a lot of years of feeling very depressed, very detached, very scattered in my brain, just, and I don't want to say depressed, I was low. And I defined it as depression. I defined it as depression. And like I said, it's a fine line. It was something I really came to realize today. And I really am thinking about the weight of people and what's happening in today's society. And it's been going on for a while, but for me, it's just something that popped into my head. And if you know anything about me, you know that I talk about every aspect of living, but 90% of it is about uplifting the awareness of not heavy thinking about, oh my God, I'm grieving. No, because it's a natural emotional process and it's just defined as grieving. That's all it is. It's just defined as grieving, and there's no weight that needs to be put on it. There's no heaviness that needs to be put on it. Hello, Danielle. It only is about the reality that we defined this feeling within us as grieving. And in the therapeutic world and psychological world, they defined it as that. And it, to me, it's simply a definition. It's a word that allows me to have an understanding of what the energies are. What a thought, right? But I don't own it as mine to own and feel heavy and weight about, because a lot of people do take grieving as a hard thing and a horrible thing, and it's down. It's not. It's a process of life. We're born into these beautiful, beautiful, amazing bodies, and we process through life. Hello, Lucky. We process through life, and part of the process is to grieve. No matter what, we're going to lose something. We're going to lose a job. We're going to lose a toy as a child. We're going to lose a person in our lives. We're going to, whether they're dead or alive, it doesn't matter. You think about a kid, you take away their toy, they cry. That's a grieving thing. It looks like control, but it's grieving. And the reason I bring that up is there's an upside to it. There is an upside to grieving. And most of the upside is feeling. It's feeling. So because I do deal with the energies of life, and I put the patterns and the energies together, I simply thought I would come on here for me and for anybody else who wants to receive a simple concept that grieving is a natural state of process to allow us to grow to the greatness of ourselves. Because we get to feel every bit of emotion on this planet. And so much of our society has taught us to not feel, to do and go numb, or always be happy and always have the positive thought process and all of that. And I thought, wow, that would be why I went through many, many years of depression in my state of thinking. Depression is because I had to keep going. But it wasn't depression. It was actually a process of grieving. There were so many things going on in my life in one very small period of time. Very small period of time. And it was overwhelming to my system. So I went into such a low, I almost felt like I was dragging on the ground. And I look at what's happening in our world and I'm like, can I please give everybody a hug? Please give everybody a hug. Because we get to learn, if we want to, we get to learn to appreciate every aspect of our existence. And part of that is feelings. Yes. I love feelings. As long as we don't own it and perpetuate the feelings that don't make us feel good. That's what I say. I don't want to hold on to the heaviness that I'm going through. I want to honor what I'm going through and receive that feeling of hugs. I say hugs because I'm simple. And then to be able to go forward with it. Because no matter what, the universe doesn't lie. It does not lie. We are meant to feel. That's why I came on this planet. I ain't gonna talk about you, but I came here to experience every high, low, whatever, but not to own it for the rest of my life, not to suppress it inside of my system, not to forget it. And it doesn't matter if anybody else chooses to do that. I'm simply putting something out there that's very simple. Yeah, grieving is not the best excitement in the world, but I'm not a fluff girl. When it comes to me, I'm simply going to share, because that's who I am. I share my wealth. I share my wealth of love and appreciation to life. And my love and appreciation to life is that grieving is part of the process. And the upside to that is, by honoring the process, we get to find out, all of us get to find out what it is that is going to be on the other side of that. And what I realize with that is how I feel about me is the upside. I'm honoring the fact that for many, many years, I misinformed myself, doesn't matter how, that I was in depression. I was in a grieving process. And it was for a long time because I missed, in essence, diagnosing myself. And I want to just simply come on here because this is what I do, is I connect the dots to life, and I advocate wholeness of life, which is every aspect of our life. I call it the 3-in-1 package deal. And one of those segments is the emotional mindset. And everybody deserves to know that grieving is a natural process, whether we lose somebody physically or we feel like we lost something, someone. There's so much grieving out there right now. And I wanted to share my love and my appreciation, because that's what grieving does for me. It allows me to realize how much I appreciate life, because it's simply part of life. It really is. And I wanted to share it, whether it's received or not. I hope it is. Why? Because that's what I'm here to do. And, I love myself and I can have this conversation. But I also know that part of who I am is about sharing my wealth of understanding. And I say wealth because it's always about love. Always, always, always about love. And I wanted to come on and say hi. So I did. I'm coming on and say hi. Let you know, me being a simple, powerfully loving person who has gone through a lot in her life, and I get to share it. A lot of people have. But even in the world today, I still love it. I still appreciate it. And like I said, I really do believe that a lot of diagnosis of depression is grieving. People who've killed themselves as harshly is grieving, and it's misdiagnosed. So I'm sharing my love because that's about all I have. And that is the best part of the upside. The upside is it's a simple emotion that we are welcome to appreciate and honor, because it is part of life. That is the biggest upside. It is part of the process of life. It really is. It doesn't need to be heavy. It simply gets to be honored. Because if we honor an emotion, any human being honors an emotion, allows it to be what it is, doesn't try to fix it, doesn't ask to be fixed, doesn't, try to placate it or ignore it or anything. The universe will take care of us, however you define the universe. I call it energies. It'll take care of us because it's part of life. It's part of allowing us to expand and feel. Anxiety sits here. Imagine how many people. It's right by the heart, by the way. So, I don't know. I simply wanted to share that. And if it's received, let me know. Say hi. Because life is, it's not meant to be high lows when we go on to any social media. It's not always about highs and lows and trying to tell people how amazing I am, because I already know I'm amazing. It's about sharing the love of what life is. And that's what I'm doing. You know, I really do have a world of community and connection. I call it connecting the dots to life because every single aspect of us works together. So that's what I'm doing. And I'm sharing and I'm loving on everybody. So the upside again to grieving is the truth that it's a part of the process of our greatness. It's part of the process of our greatness. We always find the nuggets of greatness behind every single aspect. It doesn't always have to be happy. And I really want to let people know that it doesn't always have to be happy. We don't always have to be happy. As long as we're content in the safety of who we are, we're allowed to have every emotion. And grieving is one of them. So if you've gone through anything or you're going through something, know that I'm sending you a hug of appreciation for allowing yourself to have these wonderful feelings. And yes, I'm still comforted in my own home. So I appreciate you guys. I'm going to leave it as simple as that. I appreciate you guys. Just know that not just accept and honor that grieving is an upside to this universe because it's a feeling that is given to us that was defined by whomever as grieving. It's part of the process. Go down. It's kind of like if you know you're sick. You go sick and all of a sudden you're stronger. You get sick, you can get stronger. You get sick, you can get stronger. It's the same concept. Nobody wants to be sick. But our bodies do get better. I haven't been sick in 30 years, so obviously I did something for myself. So, yeah, let's keep sharing good words. These are good words. It's a simple discussion. And if you have any questions, please let me know. I'm always open. But grieving is normal. It's healthy. Yeah, holding on to it does cause depression, for sure. Again, just another label of unhappiness. So, I appreciate you. Even if you watch this for 2 seconds, I appreciate you. Say hi, because I love hi. And know that you guys are incredible because we all are. We have amazing mechanisms that we have, and we get to learn, all of us get to learn for the rest of our being here, that we're magical. Magical, think about it. Magical. Ask yourself, how did these bodies create itself? I will always say that. Be great to yourselves. Have a good day. Let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know what you think with what I said and see if it resonates, it doesn't, whatever. Okay? Cool. Talk to you later. Bye.